Hey, welcome back to Halloween month movie reviews, and we are continuing with the third film, but chronologically the first film in the Underworld franchise, and that is Underworld, The Rise of the Lycans. So, this is not directed by Wiseman. He does produce, as well as based on characters created by credit, and he also helped with the story. So, the plot of Underworld, Rise of the Lycans this shows the origins of the centuries-old blood feud between the aristocratic vampires known as the Death Dealers and the werewolves called Lycans. One day, Victor sees this young Lycan named Lucien as a baby, and he decides not to kill him and lets him live. So Victor, who's the cruel king of the vampires, has persecuted the Lycans for centuries, and Lucien rallies his people against Victor and his Death Dealer warriors. With the secret lover Tania, who is a vampire, at his side, Lucien leads the werewolves in a final battle to break free of enslavement or die trying. Also, in the process, we do get to see some of the stuff that was explained in the first two movies. So that's basically the plot, without going too much in detail. Now, what I think of Underworld, Rise of the Lycans is, this is my second favorite in the Underworld series, no doubt. This is my second favorite. My number one favorite is Underworld Evolution. My third favorite is Underworld Awakening, and my fourth favorite is Underworld, the first one. But it's not my least favorite. I still like Underworld, but it's my fourth favorite. Now, the director, Patrick Tatopoulos, he was the production designer on the first two Underworld movies, and he's also done production designs on other movies like Independence Day, the sequel. I'm not sure if he did production design on the sequel, Independence Day Resurgence. Oh, he did. He also did production design on Bram Stoker's Dracula, I, Robot, The Chronicles of Riddick, Pitch Black, Stargate, Spawn, Live Free or Die Hard, just all those movies. And he also helped with some of the production design on Super Mario Bros. And 7 and Van Helsing. So, and 300 Rise of an Empire, and Total Recall, and Riddick, and 300 Rise of an Empire, and Batman v Superman. So, I think he does a great job with the directing. I like the way the movie is shot with the color blue, because again, blue is my favorite color, one of my favorite colors, and I like how the way the movie looks, because they did shoot it in HD, high definition. I like the editing. The editing of this movie is really on point. There's never a dull moment in here, but I do have to say, one of my issues that this movie is a little bit too quick, and I wish that there was a little bit more of this movie, because I was just enjoying this movie too much first time I saw it. The music is really nice. I do love the music by Paul Haslinger, his score, and the soundtrack. I do love the soundtrack, but unfortunately they only used two songs. Steal My Romance by Ghosts on the Radio, and I have to remember, Board Up the House, the Rainholder remix by Genghis Tron, and that is an awesome song. But the score is really good. I like the main theme, The Rise of the Lycans. I like the remixed version. I like just this entire score. The score is just amazing. And seeing how these two clans, vampires and Lycans, and this whole war started, that was fun to watch. The acting in this movie is is great. You got Michael Sheen from the Twilight Saga New Moon, Breaking Dawn Parts 1 and 2. He played Aro in those movies. He's back here as Lucien, and he's great as Lucien. Bill Nighy is Victor. The man is a great actor, especially in the scene where he finds out Tania, who's played by Rhona Mitra, has been in love with Lucien, and so that was that scene was kind of expected. You also got Andreas Tanis, played by Stephen Mackintosh, Kevin Grevioux, who plays Reyes, a familiar face from the Lord of the Rings trilogy, Craig Parker, Sabas. He plays Sabas in this film. In The Two Towers, he played Helder. You also get a narration by Kate Beckinsale, as well as the opening scene from the first Underworld film is shown, with the voice of Craven revealing to Selene that Victor killed her family. But this movie, I do have to go into spoiler talk. Okay. So Lucy, after this, Victor locks Sonia in her room, and then Lucien learns about Sonia's imprisonment and rescues her, but they are stopped. And so Victor is disgusted when he finds out that she's pregnant with Lucien's child, and imprisons her both and Lucien, and so she's sentenced to death by the council and exposed to sunlight. And so this gets Lucien very mad, and so they fight, and the action in this movie is great. I do like how the Lycans look. They do look CGI, but some of it is practical, and I love the production design in this movie, which the production designer for this film was the same production designer from the Lord of the Rings trilogy and the Hobbit trilogy, Dan Hanna. He was the supervising art director on the Lord of the Rings trilogy, but was the production designer on the Hobbit trilogy. I will admit that this movie should have ended with this film, but I'm okay with what we got. And this movie was shot in New Zealand. So this movie, Underworld, Rise of the Lycans, is a great origin, is a great prequel, and it is an amazing sort of end to the original trilogy. But it was not the end of the series. But I will still give this movie my JD Rainbow Seal of Approval. Let me know in the comments below what do you think of let me know in the comments below what you think of Underworld Rise of the Lycans. Do you like it? Do you hate it? And I will see you guys for Awakening.